These children lost their childhoods to the Holocaust, but thanks to courageous rescuers, they survived. Survived to find their voices. Voices for humanity.
The only difference between Anne Frank and me is that I was so lucky to survive. We were both hidden. But a lot of my survival is luck.
After the original shock of the trucks coming over to the house and the yelling of "Alle Juden raus, kommen!" It wasn't much after that that the entire family disappeared. I was 7 years old. My father and the entire family had been murdered.
My parents and my brother got the notification that they had to go, like in a couple of days, to go to the opera house, what is only maybe about a 20-minute walk. And of course, that is the last time that I saw them. They died in Auschwitz. My mother and my brother died in August already, and my father in September.
Parents murdered, childhoods shattered. Hester, Pete, and Bertie were rescued by relatives, friends, and the Dutch resistance.
And then
they survived to tell their stories to today's children.
Now, this is the yellow star.
Generational contact made possible by the Washington State Holocaust Education Resource Center. Speaking in schools, Pete and the others find a real need to know.
I recognize the reality of it is when a kid says, "What's a Holocaust?"
Last year was my first year teaching a Holocaust unit, and I had absolutely no idea where to begin. My name is Ebersole, and I'm the Language Arts and Social Studies teacher at Seattle Hebrew Academy. I found out about the Washington State Holocaust Education Resource Center, and I found out that that week they were going to have a teacher training in Spokane, Washington. So I drove 4 hours to Spokane and was amazed by what I found there. The teacher training was fabulous. Pete spoke, and he was an incredibly moving speaker. I found out about the wealth of resources that the center had to offer me to use in my classroom. We also had a teaching trunk that had so many books and materials that I could use. I must have taken about 100 books out of the resource center and used them in my classroom. And Hester Kool came to speak to our students, which was excellent because she was a person who was rescued during the Holocaust. And the whole overarching theme of our unit was rescue and resistance.
I know that it is important that the kids know about what happened during the war. And every morning, if I have to go to a school, I get very nervous. Once I'm there, I'm pretty good. But it is still very difficult for me to do it.
I want them to take away that the history of the Holocaust, just like any history, should be looked at with the eyes of somebody living in that time. And so when they read their books and they read about all these things, they have to kind of leave themselves behind and kind of step into the shoes of somebody who lived in that time. My trip to Gig Harbor, the first one was in 2008.
Where's this guy?
All the kids got up, stood in 2 lines next to me, and wanted autographs.
You're a rock star.
You rock stars do this? Sure. And I got 70 letters from kids afterwards telling me that they liked it. One card said, "You rock."
There's a lot of things that are fun about it. I mean, you know, being a rock star at age 74 you're on stage. One young man, probably 13, 14 years old, came up to me and says, "Hey man, are you the Holocaust dude?" I said, "Yeah, I'm that dude." It set me back for a second, but that's their lingo. That's fine.
Because of the unit I was able to develop with the help of the center, I am so excited to be able to teach this unit again this year.
To educate young people, the center provides survivor presentations, Holocaust teaching trunks, teacher training, traveling exhibits, community programs, a multimedia library, testimonies, and artifacts.
Working with the center staff was like having a team teaching experience. I was able to offer the students a fresh perspective on this incredible human tragedy. During this unit, I had some of my best teaching days.
Thanks to teachers like Liz Ebersole and thanks to the Holocaust Center, young people learn how the Holocaust swept away Anne Frank and millions of others a lifetime ago. And they learn of genocides taking lives today. They also learn there is hope in the powerful idea that one person, one voice for humanity, can make a difference.